characters today. We'll be talking about Justice League Captain Carrot, the Glow in the Dark edition, authenticated limited edition to 5,700 pieces, exclusive to Amazon and third-party sellers. So here we have the Captain Carrot Justice League Glow in the Dark edition in DC Justice League and McFarlane authenticated limited blah blah blah. And here we have Captain Carrot. On this side we have the scan me, scan me, scan me. And on the top we get the DC logo with the bottom having lots and lots of voids and the UPC code. So let's get it on the scale and see how much it weighs. So, Captain Carrot is coming in at 1 pound, 0.4 ounces. So let's get him off the scale and out of the box.
Hey, open, damn it, open!
Okay, now that the cellophane is around, we'll just lift this on up. Ah, yes. Captain Carrot. So if you're not familiar with Captain Carrot, then you're not in the minority. Captain Carrot is basically an alternate version where everybody is an animal. So we'll see that we have the card here, and we got the Captain Carrot. The stand, that is the normal. Now all you really do is just take this out, and we get the Captain Carrot in there. So we'll just take this, push this on out, take the card, push a little bit, and the bottom will start to come out, and then you won't rip the card. I found that out the hard way. It's easier to do it that way. Now we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we get to do the Snippy Clippy song. Snippy Clippy, Snippy Clippy, Snippy Clippy, Snippy Clippy. And we're already done. Wow, how about that? The Snippy Clippy song helps pass the time while we get the clips going. And Snippy snips out. Now he has a hard cape. They didn't do it, but it is soft rubber, so it's not that bad. Then we'll take Captain Carrot and pull him on out. And make sure he's not doing that. Then we'll take the piece of tape here, pull it off, and take his hands out of there as well. And now we'll take this, push it back in, and then push it right back in the box, because these are one of the cooler boxes that you can actually save and you don't have to dispose of. Yay. Now as I get this up, here is the front of the card and the back. So a very cool looking stand with the card. And you see I did get a low number, is 142, so that was very cool. But yeah, so we get the glow in the dark stand and the card. Very nice. And we get the 4 hands. Now here are the 4 hands that I do get for the Captain Carrot. And even the stand glows in the dark, which is nice. Now we'll go ahead and put Captain Carrot on his stand. Captain Carrot comes with the pointy finger. Don't point, kids, don't point. The head rotates around pretty good and goes down and up just a little bit. Definitely goes down a lot. Right and left. Now these ears do rotate right and left. Very cool. He has a gap guard here at the shoulders, so he can do a nice T pose, bicep swivel, double bend in that elbow, wrist on a ball jointed style peg hinge. So that means that one peg goes in, one peg goes out for stability plus a little bit of rotation here. Now his waist does have a ball joint as well as his chest, so he can do an okay back and forward, but he can twist at both of those if he needs to. He does have a tail, and it is attached to his diaper here, so you can get a little bit of wiggle out of that. Now he can do a pretty good split, forward and back, double bend in the elbow, and he does have a shin guard there. I'm sorry, a knee guard. His shin guard is his boots. He does have a ball jointed style peg hinge, one peg there, one peg there. So he gets the forward and back and gets the wiggle for that foot. And his toesies bend with a hole in the stand. Now his boot has these little cuts here, so it looks very cool. Very cool indeed. Now you're saying to yourself, why do they say this is glow in the dark? It just looks like a white version of Captain Carrot. Now I'm glad you asked that, my imaginary friend. So I take the UV light that I got from Mr. Freeze and all of those other guys. I will turn it on and turn one of my lights off as I start to charge this guy. And I'll also charge the stand and his little logo down here. And then I will hit my other light. And we'll see the effects of this. So as you see, Captain Carrot is glowing. Not that much, but he is glowing. I didn't charge him a lot, so he doesn't have that much. But yeah, you can see as I get closer, this light here definitely charging him up. Very, very cool. Captain Carrot. Like Captain Caveman, but just, with Carrot. So yeah, there's Captain Carrot. He is coming in. He is glowing. That is very cool. Trying to get his face to glow a little bit more. But yeah, very nice. You get the glow here and the DC logo. And the DC on the stand as well. So a very cool effects. Now as I get my lights back on, don't get blinded. But yeah, this is very cool, and he will go on the other glow-in-the-dark figures shelf. And if you wonder how he looks with the original Captain Carrot, here you go, the yellow and then the glow-in-the-dark version. A very, very cool figure. It would be cool to get the rest of the Animal Justice League, wouldn't it? So remember, as always, like, subscribe, and keep